The Vikings open the 2023 regular season on Sunday. On the call on Sunday, Matt Ryan, former NFL quarterback, and now you're in the broadcasting booth alongside Andrew Catalan and Tiki Barber. And now that you're on this side of things, what are you most looking forward to on Sunday?
The atmosphere. I think even as a player or, calling the games now, this is one of the special places in the NFL. And I love playing here. Didn't always get the result I wanted when I was playing, but luckily there's no wins or losses attached to my name this coming week. So I'm just looking forward to seeing the atmosphere, seeing these teams go at it, and watching a great game.
How do you prepare now for this Vikings-Bucs game that you're in the booth?
It's wildly different than when I was a player. I was only going against one defense. And at this point, it's learning an offense for the Vikings, for Tampa, trying to figure out two defenses, how they're going to match up with each other, spending times grinding on names, making sure, I'm pronouncing everything correctly. But it's been different, but it's been exciting for me, and I've really enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah, people don't realize this, but sometimes pronouncing the names is the hardest part.
It's probably the thing I'm most nervous about. Like, I kind of know football and feel comfortable with that space, but making sure, because you want to get it right, and the guys deserve it to be pronounced correctly. So that's one of the things I'm nervous about, but definitely grinding on this week.
Yeah, I think you'll kill that one. I think you're going to be good. You just wrapped up some meetings with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell and some of the players. You've obviously talked to some of the Bucs front office and their side of things too. So going into this game, what is the mindset that you're kind of like the feeling, the temperature in the room right now?
Well, I think you can tell both teams. I mean, this time of the year, everybody's optimistic, but both teams are excited to finally put the preseason to bed and to get on with it and get to the regular season. I really, look forward to kind of meeting with the guys from the Vikings. I kind of cut my teeth with Kevin. And so we came out same year in the draft. I got to know him at the Combine, and I've kind of followed his career, whether it was playing or coaching from afar. And it was crazy for me to have that full circle moment of the two of us just chopping it up at the Combine. And now I'm sitting here and asking him questions about how he's going to run the game plan. So that part of it was really cool. And it's just different. It's a different experience for me, but I think it's going to be a competitive game. I think it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Well, if Coach is sharing a little bit about the game plan, I'm sure Vikings fans would love to know what should excite them about this Vikings offense, which they really haven't seen anything from yet in this preseason.
I think it's the depth. I think it's the depth that they've created, particularly at the skill positions from last year. They were a dynamic scoring offense last year, but the depth that they've created at the wide receiver position, full season with T.J. Hawkinson at tight end, I'm excited to watch them play. It's going to be fun.
And Matt, the Bucs front. You've been against that team a time or two. So what do the Vikings offense need to do to be effective against that really, really tough Bucs defensive front?
You got to neutralize the front. Their front seven is always difficult to go against. It's anchored by Vita Vea right in the center. He was a problem for us. We had trouble kind of containing what he would do, but what he does so well is spill the run game to the linebackers. And they've got two of the best, Devin White and Levante David. Those were guys that were problems for us in Atlanta. They're problems for a lot of teams across the league. But the Vikings have done a great job with the run game the last season, and really, Kevin does a great job of game planning that. So that's one of the matchups I'm really looking forward to watching, how the Vikings, run game can get going versus that Bucs front seven.
What's one other matchup or storyline that you're excited for Sunday?
The Bud Grant. I really think, this part of it, just a legend, here in Minnesota, really a legend in the NFL. And to hear Kevin, talk about his experience of getting to know him and how nice Bud was to his family, I think outside of the football portion of it, seeing him honored in that type of way, I think is going to be really special. And that's something I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to experience this Vikings atmosphere and enjoy it and take it all in, the nice in-game arrivals and all that kind of stuff. So best of luck on the call.
Thank you so much.